I got to admit myself, that's in fine tune today. Well, good evening to you. And yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth. Yesterday did not come in. Why? I've never seen the Warriors under this much pressure. I was actually watching the game. I knew you'd be watching the game too. Warriors are in trouble, and I didn't believe it was going to happen. But this is like an interesting series all of a sudden. All right. Anyway, with that said, my apologies. And today we'll hang out tomorrow, Monday. I know, Ronbo, you talk like you do us a favor. I'm telling you, man. I I love hanging out with your fam. I just want you to know, look for me tomorrow and the next day. We can't get enough of 49er football, especially the way we're looking now. Yes. Jump right on into this. The 49ers don't have a card-carrying number one receiver, and this argument's been raging on and on for how long, right? Dante Pettis doesn't seem to have any problem with that, which is why I'm really impressed with him now. Now, let me go further with this. He says, character plays a large part in John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's evaluations of players they're interested in. The 49ers have carefully selected a few humble talents, and one of them includes Dante Pettis, who I would have never suspected that he is like he is. He's a very soft-spoken, extremely soft-spoken guy, and apparently an entirely unselfish wide receiver that doesn't even possess one gene to be a diva. And this is why I have a feeling about this guy's going to become a really huge fan favorite. We're talking about the best punt return specials in NCAA football history. How you're not going to have an attitude or an ego? He don't. And but when asking about establishing himself as the number one wideout, Dante's quoted as saying, "If I'm the top guy, great. If Marquise is the top guy, great. Someone's going to step up. I'm going to play the best football that I can. And if that puts me at receiver one or whatever, great. If it doesn't, I know we're still going to be able to move the ball, score touchdowns, and win some games. I don't think any of us are worried about who they see as being the number one guy." Marquise Goodwin, unquote. I'm sorry, Dante Pettis, unquote. But this is who he is. He's going to go out there and he's going to embarrass a lot of defensive backs, get it done. Like last year, he was like he played. Had Dante Pettis been able to survive the entire season, dude would have rolled up some yards. Oh, yeah, he would roll. How many games did he miss? 4, 5? And he's still, another game, Kendrick got caught, man. But speaking of Kendrick Bourne led all of 49ers receivers with 487 receiving yards, whether Big Show likes it or not. But Bourne has been progressing at an interesting rate. He's been progressing at a very interesting rate since his rookie year. And you wonder, a lot of us wonder, where is that going? Has he reached a plateau? Has he reached his potential fully? And how much more does he have to offer? I get the feeling that as his confidence builds, we may not have any idea of what we have in that kid. And coming in second and just a few yards behind KB, of course, was in rookie Dante Pettis with 467 receiving yards. While no other 49ers wide receiver gained over 500 yards receiving in 2018, 5 had 20 or more catches. That kind of ratio kind of defines the aerial attack of Kyle Shanahan's offenses, which is why I've always, when people start crying about, we need a number one receiver, for what? He ain't going to get no more touches than anybody else. Kyle's only going to pick on the weakest link on the defense. That's his whole M.O. Find the weak link and beat it up. And that's what he's going to continue to do. I don't care who's out on the field. Now, you may say, yeah, but a really talented wide receiver can come out and make a weak link out of anybody. True, but how often is that true? The percentages go against that. So, but you still have to, Pettis, boy, you still got to wonder, though, could Pettis be primed for a breakout sophomore season, much like in the mold of George Kittle? Who's seen George Kittle coming in year 2? And we all knew he was good in year 1, but did you see all this coming in year 2? 3 different quarterbacks? What? I keep wondering what would have happened if Jimmy would have stayed out there all season. At the same time, you wonder if Marquise Goodwin had been playing all season along with Garcon, would he still gotten that many touches? And there's a lot of variables that come into play when you're talking about what George Kittle could have done or what would have been. So, and here's the rookie Deebo Samuel ready to take the lead as early as this upcoming season. What does Shanahan have planned for Jalen Hurd? Will his versatility be spread in such a way that he cannot be in the running for Top Gun? Will Trent Taylor and Marquise Goodwin again come back in 2019 to be Jimmy Garoppolo's two top wingmen? And will Jordan Matthews shine and thrive in Shanahan's offense? Is there room for Richie James to continue with the 49ers? And will there be any surprises in camp, like possibly Sean Poindexter? You know, we don't hear a lot about the UDFAs or anybody else right now, but we probably will hear more about them when training camp opens. But right now, it's been pretty much the focus has been on the draft picks, Jimmy G's comeback trail and how he's looking as he comes back, and, you know, some of the other guys that are already pretty much established. So we don't know anything about some of these people, and some of the guys on defense that we got. Fam, get ready for some – these guys are going to rock your world. Because I've seen some things on some guys, I said, wait a minute. I said, this dude is like, okay, we'll see what he does. So we got a lot of good things to look forward to before the season opens, even before August when preseason games get started. But then what I want to know is, one more thing to note about the atmosphere regarding the passing game in Santa Clara. Players, they've got a lot of faith in what Shanahan can do as a play caller. Pettis believes it's enough to help the offense find success anywhere. Now, he goes on quoted saying, whoever he wants to get the ball, or whoever he wants, speaking of Shanahan, whoever he wants to get the ball is going to get the ball. And that's what goes back to what I was saying about the diva out there that we didn't get. I still wonder what OBJ would have been able to do in this system. Granted that this is the philosophy of Kyle Shanahan, but they went and got him they were going after him for a reason, though. They really wanted him. If you're in that position, you might as well get open, according to an unquote from Dante Pettis. Shanahan told reporters back in February that he has high expectations for Pettis heading into the 2019 season, saying, I have big expectations for Dante. We did before we drafted him. We had it throughout this year, and we expect him to continue to get better. I think he went through the normal rookie-type ups and downs that a lot of them do as receivers. He came in strong in training camp, got a little banged up, but was healthy enough for week 1. Did well week 2. I think he had a touchdown in week 1, and he did, Kyle. Week 4, he got an injury that kind of set him back. He didn't get right until about week 12. Then he finished the year very strong. He finished the year up, probably as our best guy. See, that's why everybody say, Dante, man, please get stronger, man. Lift heavier, eat more. Dante comes back and what did he say last week? Yeah, everybody expected me to come back and I get him. I got stronger, but I didn't get it. Yeah, Dante, you could have put on a few pounds. I don't know. Dante can go 205 and be fine. He's got enough height to carry 205, and I doubt at 197, 7 more pounds of muscle is going to slow him down any. Maybe Dante feels more fluid and lucid that way. Just get stronger is all I'm saying. God, got to worry about him. Anna Chapman says, Anna Chapman says, ready, Ronbo. I'm ready. 49 Lakers, what up, fam? Local 49ers fan, Arizona. I love when he writes that. I'm always surprised. As soon as I see his name, I should already know. Local 49ers fan says Arizona has no fans. They're paid spectators who have been working for them since the 60s. He had a new twist to it today. Talking man, 78, what's up? Gibster said Deebo is a rich man's Amari Cooper. Interesting. Not a poor man, but a rich man's Amari. He said, I forget the exact stat line, but Pettis did an absurd amount of damage in the last 5 games of the season. Gibster, Dante Pettis is now the top wide receiver rookie in 49er history. He did more than any other rookie we've ever had at wide receiver. He says it damaged the last 5 games of the season, got just under 500 yards on the year, and 300 plus of it was in those last 5 games. Dude, man, Anyway, we got more here. And Rod Manhammer. What's up, Rod? Niners for life. What up? Gibson, yeah, my only claim to fame is some guy who plays special teams for Mizzou. Really? Rodney Cards, what's up? Rodney! Memphis checking in. Let's go, Memphis. David, is that David, or is there a letter left out? Maybe it's David Carter? Yeah, it is. David Carter, the best man where the number one will prove himself in the clutch. This is what's fun about anticipating this stuff this time of year. Making projections out. And Jalen Hurd, we've not seen much of him. We've seen Deebo. We've heard about some days he's had already. Granted, these are in OTAs, unpadded and all that stuff. But like I've always said, you can't suck in OTAs and suddenly become a golden boy. It just don't work like that. I've never seen it happen before. And Raina Medina, hey, how about that Jalen Hurd? I know I want to see more of him. You know, the 49ers have been relaxing on him and sort of like not bringing him along too quickly because, you know, Jalen is still recovering from that injury to his knee. So 49ers don't want him to get any further damage on that knee until training camp for sure. And then we're going to see Jalen Hurd. I can't wait to see who he abuses first because there's going to be some abuse out there, boy. Yeah! Big Al!
Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Oh, Al, man, I'm looking at these wide receivers like every other nicely stacked room we got these days of young talents and wondering, who is it, Big Al? Who's going to emerge as that bad dude that everybody says, that's the man? Who you like?
For me, I'm going to go with Dante Pettis at 1 and Deebo at 2, just because those are Shanahan's, picks. He hand selected those guys. He made sure he got those guys in the draft. So,
Big Al, are you washing dishes?
No. I'm in my work truck, so that might be my laptop jingling around.
Okay. My imagination always runs around when I hear certain sounds. I hear splashing. But anyway, go ahead. I understand what you're going through and everybody else does now. So go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm going with Pettis and Deebo Samuel just because those are Shanahan's, hand-picked guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And Pettis. Last year, I mean, if you think about the receivers besides George Kittle, he was the most explosive receiver. Goodwin can't keep his ass on the field because he always getting injured. So what you thinking, though?
No, I agree. I picked Pettis before the season ended. I was looking at all those numbers he was stacking up, and then when I looked at what Terrell Owens came in doing. I looked at what Jerry Rice came in doing. Some of the greatest receivers we've ever had. Dante beat him up.
Yeah, he did.
And who did he have for quarterback?
Yeah, he did.
What did T. Owen, Jerry have for quarterback? Granted, the team was a little more stacked maybe, but still, you cannot just shirk off what Dante did under the circumstances and the atmosphere as it was. So I'm looking at Dante being a major star this year as well.
I agree. And then, he said he put on some weight. It don't look like he put on no weight, but
I don't believe it. I believe he lied. Dante just knows everybody wants to hear that, Big Al, because he know people been picking him. Dante, man, you pick your little lean butt up and go get some weight on it, man. You can't even hit the ground without laying down for 15 minutes. I mean, Dante got hit and just laid there. I said, I know he gonna get up. No, on his way to the blue tent and out the game. Remember that? It was week 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't see Dante for weeks.
I believe so.
Oh, man.
Yep. That's it. NFL, man, you can't be lighting ass. So we're going to see. But that's all I got, Ronbo. I'm excited for the season, man. It's coming. I'm ready to see Jimmy G out there take it to the next level, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely believe we're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to make some noise,
There you go. Got to have that vibe. Got to. Hey, Big Al, appreciate you getting in here.
Right.
Look for you tomorrow if you get some time.
All right, man. All right, let's go Niners.
Yeah. Oh, man. Dante. I just wonder if mentally he doesn't mind being a number one. Because I can see the kind of guy he is. Dante's in the restaurant. People run over to him. Dante, boy, you are kicking butt this year. They rely on you like crazy. Can I get your autograph? Oh, God, okay. It's, but remember, it's a team effort, okay? I can see Dante now. He's in the third. chilling, loving life, and smoking some ribs while listening to some Ronbo Sports. Easy the third. I know what kind of sauce you used to. Okay. Hey, Dre. Let's get on in here, Dre.
Go with it, Ronbo.
Dre, man, I'm just sitting up here tripping on, man. I'm looking at that wide receiver room, and I'm thinking now, and you know me and you both agree that we got a special person in that room. Let's go emerge this year as a top flight wide receiver. Dre,
yeah.
Who you got, man? Give me an order, man. See, Dante says I ain't thinking about being no number one receiver, y'all. With that said, though,
that kind of throws me off, man. That sounds like his self-confidence isn't there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Maybe
I want a guy who knows that he's good.
Maybe humble,
yeah,
Dre.
Nah, bro. When you get asked like that, you're supposed to be like, bro, I'm out of here. You got me fucked up. I'm out here. I'm gonna be a number one. I need a dog. You know what I'm saying?
You think, right? Most wide receivers are divas, but not
you're right, bro. Yeah. I need a dog, so I wasn't really feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know, man. If I gotta go with the order, I would say, Marquise, Deebo, sneak peek, surprise at third is going to be Jalen Hurd, Dante. Got Dante, KB, and then, we kept 7 last year, you know what I'm saying, with bums, so I'm pretty sure we're going to do the same this year, so. I would say after KB, then we'd have Trent Taylor, and I would have to go with Jordan Matthews, man. I just don't see Richie James being better than Jordan. Yeah, I don't see Richie James being better than. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like he was Butterfingers. You know what I'm saying with. Going across the middle, trying to catch passes. You know what I'm saying? I think his best game was against the Raiders. You know what I mean? So
that run back was on a punt return. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And he did some. He had a touchdown reception. Receiving the ball, but besides for that, man, he was pretty quiet. You know what I'm saying, during the season. So I just don't see him beating out those guys that I named. I think he might.
That's your depth chart he was given. Yeah, Dre, I tend to agree. I don't see, and I like Richie James, I don't see him beating out any of the guys you mentioned ahead of him.
Right. Yeah, I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's free to have their opinion, you know what I mean? But for me, you know what I'm saying, I just don't see it, you know what I mean? And, he had more I mean, you got a guy who had 20 receptions at 300 yards, that's not great, but you know what I mean? Richie James, I think probably had more opportunities with guys being injured than weak ass Jordan Matthews did last year. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I'm just hoping that that Jordan Matthews doesn't, have that usual hamstring because in 2000 and if you look into his career, I did a lot of research on him. You know what I'm saying? In 2016. That's when he was at the height. He almost went to the Pro Bowl. He had like 972 yards receiving, and then coming into training camp the next year, he had like a grade 3 hamstring tear.
Serious.
It wasn't a full tear, but he had a grade 3 strain, and he stayed out to like week 4 or 5. Yeah. 2018 rolls around. Last year, he does the same damn thing.
Grade 3 tear?
It's becoming no, it wasn't a grade 3 tear, but he had hamstring problems. He didn't even come into the season healthy. Then he got his ass cut and he went up to Buffalo. So
that's how that came about. Oh man.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. It's just been a reoccurrence. You know what I'm saying? With that hamstring, and it was always in preseason. The last 2 years, it's been the same hamstring, right hand side. So you know what I mean. That's the only thing that I would look at. You know what I mean? So hopefully, he stays healthy. And plus, he's a big body. You know what I'm saying? He is a big body. And it's unusual for guys with big body frames to be able to play the slot. And so, I kind of like that because it creates a mismatch. You know what I mean? So
painful mismatch. I love it.
Yeah, man. But having a 30 34-year-old wide receiver string problems is really not. It's not something that I look for.
Is he that old?
Man, dude been in the league for like 9 years, bro. For like 8. I think this is what, his 8th year or something like that. Dude been in the league since like 2013, man. Dude ain't young. But Matthews got to be like 33, 34, man. Dude ain't young, man.
I first think I heard about him was 2015. Yeah. But because I remember I wanted him one year because the Eagles was like trying to do something there weird, and he was available as Jordan Matthews. I mean, Jordan Matthews back then was like, as he said, he was badass. So okay.
Dude been in the league since 2014, and he played all 4 years in college, man. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't no lottery pick or no shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have a 30-year-old wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? With hamstring problems, it's just not something that I look forward to.
Yeah, and if he's that old, that hamstring's gonna act up again.
Yeah, bro. That's just not something I look forward to. Yeah, man. So, but you know what I mean? We're gonna see what we're gonna see what it is.
Yeah, and that's why it might be a good reason to keep 7 guys, because and Deebo has a hamstring issue at times as well. So these guys, Deebo's so strong though. I get a feeling he pulls muscles just out of bulk. You know how some guys can be big and tight. Deebo's just got to take therapy to learn how to get that loosened up before he comes into game time.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
Right. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. Let me correct that, bro. He's 30 years old, turning 31.
Yeah,
he's 30 years old. Yeah. He's 30 years old, turning 31, and it wasn't 2014. He came in the league 2014. You know what I mean? So, still, just a receiver with hamstring problems is just not something you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you really want to deal with too much. You know
especially
what I mean?
Wide receivers got to sprint a lot.
Yeah,
Dre,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, and
all right, bro,
and see what's going on. But yeah, we
all
looking
right,
good.
Bro. Man,
and Dre,
shout out to the TNT fam.
Yeah, and I know it represents you when I say,
bro.
Look out for KB. He could surprise everybody. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, bro, I'm not even gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I own Big Show like a pimp on the prostitute on that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him lick his wounds. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when a man bringing up numbers and you can't even acknowledge that his numbers was better, there's not even a reason to make the argument. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just talking out of sheer ignorance. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I still love you, Big Show. All right, bro.
All right,
Shout
Dre.
out.
See you tomorrow.
Peace out.
It's always fun to take shots at the show. Woo! Okay, so Rico, 49ers Styles. It's happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy 49ers birthday to Niner Empire Puerto Rican. Can I get a happy birthday shout out? Rico Styles, the Rican Niner Empire, and all the Niner Empires all over the world. Let me say, happy birthday to Rico. Happy birthday, 49er style, to Rico. Suave. Happy. Happy Niners birthday, Rico! Hey, Rico! Man, I hope you had a good time in his birthday, man. Hope he went crazy, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, Big Show! He's been 15 yards. Matthews is only 26. Dre, oh my God, Show's coming up and throwing the hand grenade in the room. Everybody hit the deck. Boom. Show, man, come on now. I'm going to check this out, man. Because I know you, Show, you messed up. Celestial Scripture says Pettis should be this year's Kittle. I think a lot of people are expecting that too. Hey, there's a Theandra sighting. What's up, Theandra? Stephen Morietta says Deebo Samuel, baby, all day. And do what you do, 88 says Vancouver. Hey, Vancouver in the house. What's up? Perry Howard said, what's up, fam? Hey, what's good, my friend Perry? Man, I'm telling you, I'm looking at these wide receivers and knowing that if Shanahan has buttons to push all over. Well, Shanahan, it's like a game anyway. Shanahan's still at the joystick, man, sitting there watching the control handle. And he's got, like, look at that defense. It's just, I mean, as long as he's got weaponry all over the field and Jimmy processing like a machine himself, and pretty much should know the offense this year. So that last year start where it looked like he was coming out there in slow motion should not be the case this year. Hey, and okay, Perry Howard, what's up? Hey, Perry, what's good with you, fam? Victor Rojas, #1 receiver is up for grabs. So true, so true. Todd Roosh, I remember another soft-spoken receiver, Flash 80. Was Jerry Rice soft-spoken? Kinda. Jerry didn't become indignant until a little later on after he became the world's greatest wide receiver. Maybe Dante goes down the same path because right now he's being humble and cool, but when he starts setting records, everybody's going to start saying, Dante's going to be like that dude's hard to talk to after that point. Yeah, I saw him there in my corner of my eye, but I still knew I could beat him, so I went ahead and did that, and we won the game. Demetrius!
Ronbo!
D.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm just sick here, man, because, each and every week it looks like we get to go through the running backs. We get to go through the defensive line. These are all big strengths of ours. Now you look at the wide receiver room. Demetrius, it's kind of hard to determine because we got a lot of youngsters in that room. It's kind of hard to determine which one of them's going to bust out. But we can feel confident knowing that no matter what happens, George Kittle is on that field, which is already going to set up ruin and Goodwin as well, because these guys bring two different elements to the field at the same time that secondaries have to be concerned with. Kittle first because of his overall prowess. Goodwin because of that 4.2 speed that you have to respect. If he don't catch it all year, he still drags defenders down the field because if you let him go, he's going to score. So, now I look at everybody in between. Deebo looks promising. Jalen Hurd, I see his clips in school, and he's got the potential. And then you look at Trent Taylor, his back ain't hurting no more. I look at my boy KB. He improves every year. Where is that going? How good is he going to be? I mean, all that stuff. What are you thinking?
Yes, sir. Yo, I'm listening, man. I will go Goodwin and KB. Or either I'm starting Kaboom, man. That's my new name. Kaboom. Remember that cereal, Ronbo? Kaboom. Kendrick Kaboom Bourne. Kaboom with the clown on the box.
The front of the box?
Stars. Yeah, Kaboom. That's Kendrick Kaboom Bourne, man. That's my guy, KB. But I'll go him and Pettis or him and Goodwin. Start off. If you think about it, though, they have a starting lineup for each game.
It's going to depend.
That's how I'm looking at it. And Jimmy G, he's going to spread that ball around this year, man. He's going to spread it around, man.
Because a lot of guys had a lot of catches last year, and that wasn't even with G. That was with CJ and Nick. So that means G is probably going to help himself even more. Because if you remember some of the stats last year.
Everybody going to eat. Oh, my God.
Remember last year how many receivers had – remember that, especially when Jimmy came on. Remember how many guys had double-digit catches? I'm talking even – I mean, you already had Marquise and Trent catch a lot of double digits. Then you had Juice down there in double digits around 10, 11. I said, man, Jimmy be throwing that ball.
I forgot all about Juice. Oh, my gosh. But it's going to be – the offense going to be sexy this year. We're going to be sexy, man. We're going – oh, man. All I could do is imagine. I'm just thinking, like, each receiver, if you think about it, got the potential to have, like, 100 yards per game, like, out of 3 receivers, plus George Kittle, if you want to add him. And if you really want to go that route, Kyle Shanahan could do that to you. You know what I mean? He could torch it up like a college game.
Oh, because Demetrius, because now you got, like I said, you got two guys that are going to make it possible for everybody else to eat anyway. You know, because you got Kittle and Goodwin on the field at the same time. That means you put Deebo in there and Dante, KB, anybody, Trent, coming out of the slot. Any one of those guys now, there's going to be real estate for them to work in because areas have been vacated because they had to. And you put them people, and now you got Jarek McKinnon and Tevin Coleman.
that's it's ridiculous. Yeah, I know dudes is looking at this schedule like this shit, like defense is like, like what the fuck we gonna do? Them boys is stacked up. I know they wish they got voodoo on us right now.
Tell you, man, especially you got a coach that knows what to do with all that weaponry. Dang.
Yo, Ronbo, you know what I picture when I think of it? Like, you think about it, right? Each team, like, you know, they prepare. You prepare for your team that weekend before that game, whatever the case may be. All I picture is like in the game, San Fran lining up. Just picture it with me, man. San Fran lining up.
Yeah.
They calling the play.
Yeah.
The defense think they know what it is, and it's like motherfucking Transformers. But you know what I mean? Like it's just like Transformers. Oh man, Ronbo. It's going down, man. They better watch it, man.
Who's gonna be Bumblebee? That's gonna be Deebo.
Yeah.
I just want to show him my guns.
Bravo, man. Yeah, it's gonna be going down.
I love the comparison. Man. We should give every one of them guys a Transformer name. Who's gonna be Prime?
Yo, for real. Optimus Prime. That's Jimmy G. That's gonna be G. That's Prime. He's that guy. So we counting on him this year. He better be Optimus Prime this year.
Bumblebee's gotta be. That's gotta be. Who's gonna be Bumblebee? Bumblebee's gotta be cool and effective.
That's our tight end. That's Kittle.
Yeah.
He's the heart, man. He's like, that's Kittle, bro. That's Kittle, man. That's Kittle. And then you got the running backs and all of that, man. Ronbo, man. We gonna hold it down this year. That's all I'm praying and hoping. That's all I do, man. I wake up, coffee cup red and gold, all that, man. My coffee pot red, everything red and gold, bro. That's how it is, bro. But no, that's how our receiving core, we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay, man. I think we're gonna be all right. But I'll go with KB and Goodwin or KB and Pettis. You know what I mean? Those two.
He's making strides.
Think about it. The young dudes, they pushing the dudes that's been there. So, like your little brother, man, they gonna push you to make you tougher. All that is you're gonna learn respect at the end of the day and hold each other down, and it is what it is.
It's all about respect. You're right. Some of them dudes that's been around with Kyle, they got it. And a lot of people don't realize they have an advantage. The guys that have been there for 2 years already have a huge advantage. You know, because they've all developed a little chemistry with Jimmy.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's no walk in the park. They're not gonna make it easy for these young boys. I hope they don't think that. Oh, hell no, you gotta earn that.
They gotta know.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be rough out there. All right.
But yeah, man, boy, that's all I have for tonight, man. Just call in, checking in, man. You already know.
That was plenty. Demetrius, appreciate you, fam. All right, out there on the East Coast,
getting late. Man, boy, you already know, man. You already know, man. Boy. It's Saturday night. You know what I mean? Have my drink, have my smoke. I'm about to, smoke again. The light went up again. Listen to this on YouTube, and you already know, man. It's pros, man. All in all, everybody have a blessed night, Ronbo. You too, man. I told you want tomorrow, right?
Be back tomorrow for sure. All right, fam. Have a good night.
I'll be there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Demetrius. All right. And Jordan Kelly says Deebo is guaranteed to pan out. Boy, I'll vote on that all day long. Go hard. Hashtag Niner Gangery. Go ahead and say, hey, Big Don Rod, my dude, please tell me, I got a question for you, man. Am I wrong for thinking Dante will be nothing more than a Taylor Gabriel, perhaps? Aldrick Robinson caliber career guy? Go hard, he has more talent than I think he's even aware of. And at some point, it's going to be up to Shanahan and the coaching staff to, maybe send him to a hypnotist or something like that and talk him out of humbleness and go ahead and play a little bit of the role. Don't get stupid with it, but just realize your own potential and go for it. These guys, if I was him, I'd be telling Dante, just listen to my voice. I want you to listen to my instruction and remember this for the rest of your career. The players you're playing against are not capable of stopping you from doing anything you want to do. You have a talent beyond talents. You do things other receivers can't do. Do it, believe in it, go for it. And Dante, before I snap my finger, I want you to develop at least a little arrogance. I like the humble, but a level of arrogance, especially you, is a good idea. What happened? Dante, it's practice time, man. Hit the field. I got that boy right where I want him. His mind is what's the only thing that's going to ever hold Dante Pettis back. You know what I'm saying? His belief that he's just another guy has got to stop. And maybe it will this year. We'll see. Victor Rojas is Pettis' baller. Keep telling you, I'm telling you, he's got it. He's just got to go for it. Jordan Kelly, Dante is going to be good. I agreed. John Costa, watch out for Taylor this year. Yeah. He's back and a man on a mission. He does not want to let you know what? As I call him, that's Wes Welker's mini-me. Dante does not want to disappoint. Dante. Trent does not want to let him down. You can already feel that's happening from the conversations you're hearing about already. Let's see, Tiny Lift. Tiny Lift 5'10". I'm going to get that pronunciation. I think it's Tiny Lift. I heard he came in 9 pounds heavier. He looks a little bigger, though. I'm hoping at least 9 to 10 pounds. If he can get 9 pounds, go ahead and get 10, Dante. Come on, man. Truth Serum says Deebo more like Anquan Bolden 2.0. Yeah, it's hard to make that comparison with him just yet. Well, we got to see him play because we already know he's strong, brutal, and if you try to make him one-on-one, you'll get hurt. We do know that's the same thing with Bolden, you know. So that means he's a little closer to Garcon than he is to Bolden because he's got more speed than Bolden, and he is strong. Garcon was the same way when he was in his prime, right? Hey, Phil.
Bravo.
Phil. Man, Phil. This is for the
special Saturday edition.
I mean, you know, because I was watching the Warriors last night. I was being a jerk, you know.
So was I.
I had to see. Because I've never seen them in this much trouble before, and I wanted to see if they was going to stay in trouble and going to even it up or what. But they're in big trouble now. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But, Phil, that's neither here nor there. That's the Warriors issue.
Here's what I see. I see Marquise and Dante as the starters. I think you need Marquise in there just because he takes the top off
constantly,
and you've got to have a wide receiver that takes that free safety out of play for Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
And so Marquise 2 years ago had 1,000 yards receiving.
Yeah,
and I think last year he had a lot of family problems. His wife had a miscarriage,
and he got hurt. Yeah.
And then he had a family member die, I believe, and so he had all kinds of problems last year.
He did have a member of his family died. That's right. He attended.
So he was out several weeks just because of family issues.
Yeah.
And I think that takes your toll on people. You know, we're all human.
It does. It's too much.
I think his speed definitely makes teams worry. Now, on the other hand, I think Shanahan's going to have set plays for every one of those wide receivers. That's the way he works.
Mm-hmm.
He's got plays designed. Remember when McKinnon went down? He said, "Oh, there goes a quarter of my playbook."
I mean, I could see him throwing it over his shoulder.
Plays for McKinnon.
Yeah.
And so I think the way Kyle works, he goes, "Okay, what's their specialty? Let's design a play around it. And when I need it, I'm going to pull it out of my hip pocket." So I think that's the way Kyle works.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I think Richie James is pretty much done. Trent Taylor can run back punts, as well as Dante Pettis is probably our best punt returner, but I don't know if you want to.
DJ Reed is good when he stops fumbling. Yeah, we got plenty of guys who can return the punt and kick.
Yeah. So I just think I think Marquise is going to be in there because he can take that free safety out of play. So the other thing I wanted to mention, I heard Mitch Wish is our new holder.
They said he does a good job
and
with that,
he's going to do kickoffs. He's going to do kickoffs.
All right. And if Robbie keeps messing up, I have faith. Phil, would you place any faith in bringing in Mitch 40, 50 yards out? I bet he's working on it in practice.
I don't know,
he is,
I don't
but
know
nobody's
how good
looking.
he is as a place kicker, but Gold's going to be in camp when it's mandatory, and he's not going to risk losing money.
No, he's going to come. But next year, I'm just looking ahead because we're not keeping him 2 years.
Next year, there's all kinds of free agents in the kicking game that will be available. So, Zerach from the Rams, he's going to be available. There's all kinds of kickers that are.
He's the one that goes
that
to
are coming to free agents. So I'm not worried. The Niners will sign somebody next year. That's next year. We want to win the Super Bowl.
We just need Robbie this year. And maybe Robbie stays, Phil. Maybe the 49ers says, Robbie,
Who
listen,
knows?
We're from here, we're going to be you want to be a part of a dynasty, don't you? Let's just get this deal done and get the family out here on the West Coast.
Chicago may solve their kicking game, and then they say, no, Robbie, we don't want you. You never know what happens in the future, but I'm not worried about that.
It's just real disturbing. Because, between you and I, Phil, we can't imagine anybody not wanting to be a 49er. So Robbie's out there crying about, I want to go back to Chicago. Oh, come on, Robbie. You're in the best place right now. And the 49ers would have gave him an indefinite deal. He could have got 3 years, and he could have moved the family out west. They could have got used to the West. He could have retired out in the West. I don't know what's going on in Chicago other than freezing, but, they got great pizza. But come on. California's not at least as good.
A lot more crime.
I heard about that, too. Good grief. Come on, Robbie.
I don't know. I think he'll be out here when the time comes. But
well,
they
said he's going to make it. They said he'll make it. His agent.
But like I said, I'm betting on Marquise and I'm betting on Dante, and then you're going to have special plays for Deebo, slants and stuff like that.
They'll bring him along slowly.
Special plays.
Yeah,
the rookies at wide receiver have a hard time
adjusting.
Even
in the
Jerry.
Beginning. Yeah.
Even Jerry had problems. And so, I just think it takes time to learn route running and the tree and how to adjust to your defender and
right. That's the major one right there. Yep. Because he'll learn how to run route. But
and be in sync with your quarterback too.
Yes.
That takes time as well. So
absolutely.
So I think they're going to take Deebo along slowly. I think Trent Taylor is mini me for Wes Welker. I think that fits. And then Trent can run back punts and do some other stuff for you. And Kendrick will come in for certain plays for him. That he needs to run. I think the way Shanahan's going to do it is give by committee, and then he's going to have plays designed for each player that he's going to call during the season.
And Phil, try to incorporate a scheme for Jalen Hurd. How you gonna do? I mean, you could put him in any number of places on the field.
He's kind of a guy that you just don't know what Kyle has planned for him. I think it's going to be out of box with Hurd.
I'm definitely thinking on those red zone situations, I want his long body out there, though. I mean, if for no other reason but to intimidate the defense.
Well, you got the other tight end from Stanford, too, that's a good red zone guy.
I got him on the field, too. I tell you what, Phil, look at this for a second. I got Jalen Hurd at the Y. I got let's see. I've got I go ahead and put Jordan Matthews over on the other side. Now that's 12 and a half, over 12 and a half feet of humanity going into that end zone. I'm going to go ahead and put Caden I got to have George Kittle on the field though.
Of course.
Where can we put Caden? I want those 4 guys in the red zone
Well, you
situation.
go double tight end. You take your running backs out. You put the 2 wide receivers out there.
There you go. So put Jimmy in the backfield by himself. Yeah, there you go. But I still need Juice is not that famous in the red zone. He can get you downfield.
No, he's a guy that can get you a screen pass and then break it for 80 yards. I mean, we're going to see some.
He's not the red zone guy.
Checkoffs.
He's not that kind of speed.
No.
Yeah. All right. We're going to work on these plays, man. I'll tell you, because we got it all figured out already, Phil. But we got to go, Phil. Let me see this.
All right, man.
All right.
Okay, Ronbo. Take care.
You too. Have a great night, Phil.
All right, later. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Rich, right? Richie James will be the odd man out. He could be placed on the practice squad if Jordan Matthews doesn't wow the 49ers at camp. Then he'll be the next to go. Jordan Matthews is literally the best receiver we currently have. I ain't gonna argue because I've never seen Matthews work. I can't remember ever seeing him play. So I ain't gonna argue and say nothing about that. He could be. John Costa, Ronbo's Klamath Falls, Oregon, checking in. Hey, Klamath Falls, Oregon. Beautiful country. Wendell Smith, what's up? Dante will go for 1,000 yards this season. I like that prediction, Wendell. Brian Colson, what's good? Dude, I think the 49ers will keep 7 wide receivers. Pettis, Hurd, Deebo, Goodwin, Bourne, Richie James Jr., and Taylor. If we didn't have so many running backs, the fat's got to be cut somewhere. I just don't know where they're going to do it. That's the thing. Because if we're going to carry an excess of running backs, we're going to carry an excess of wide receivers. You have 3 tight ends people are talking about. If you do the math, pretty soon you're going to run out of spots. People are saying Tololo, Caden Smith, and, of course, George Kittle. They say Ross Dwelling is looking awfully solid. We can't keep all these people, but like everybody's already saying, some feelings going to get hurt when they get down to the 53 anyway. Who are those people going to be? Hey, Harold! I'm sorry, Kenny! What's up, Kenny? Kid? Thanks, fam. I like that big red hunter. Harold!
What's up, Ronbo? What's up,
Harold, man, we're still raking over. We're looking at this wide receiver group and Dante Pettis being the humble one that he is. I often wonder, as I've been thinking about Dante, is he really that nice and polite of a guy in real life? Is what we're seeing on the mic when he talks, is that really Dante? Because when he gets out of the field, he's pretty ruthless on the defender. I did see him bail on a few plays last year, but it was early in the season. And then after he got hurt, midway through the beginning of the season, I realized why he was bailing on plays during practice. You don't want to take a direct shot when you're Dante Pettis, and I got to get him over that, get him stronger, Harold. He has the potential to be a freaking star if he would just mentally assume that. What are you thinking?
Well, first off, I got to say, Vancouver in the house.
You're the one. Harold, you're the one. Harold, is that you that comes in on the chat?
I am.
That's you. Okay, I'll remember that.
Yes,
That's Harold.
Yes, sir. I got to say, spoiler alert, I am Do What You Do 88. So,
I love it.
Do What You Do 88 is Harold. So,
all right, Harold. I ain't going to forget it.
But let's get to your topic. So, you said you talking about Dante. So, I don't know, man. He put on some weight this year, but I still don't think he's going to be confident enough to go across that middle. Or if he catches that ball, he's going to dive down before he gets hit because he don't like to get hit. He don't like to get touched.
And you can tell too.
And that's why I'm not going to put him as the number 1. Now, granted, we are a team. We don't have a number 1 necessarily, I don't think. There's no one guy that's going to stand out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it all depends on who stays healthy, to be honest with you. You know
Basically,
what I'm saying? That's true. To me, yeah, if whoever stays healthy for the most of the year, or throughout the whole year. That's who's going to be our number one. I really do like Deebo because I think he excels at the slant, which we run a lot of slants. He excels at the screen pass, which we will probably use him for a lot of times. And then everybody else, I feel like, is kind of almost, I shouldn't say one-trick ponies because they are versatile, but I think Deebo has the most, I don't know,
upside.
He's the most versatile. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And but Goodwin's like Phil said, Goodwin's the guy that takes the top off, opens up. Either he's going to be open or opens up lanes for the guys underneath him. Pettis might be our best route runner. But I don't know. I don't know if he's durable enough or strong enough to make it through the whole season or be that consistent. What was Wes Welker saying? Wes Welker was saying in the interview. He said, "Well, no. Well, Wes Welker said in the interview about Dante Pettis, they were like, what could Dante Pettis work on?" And he said that he made a great catch on one play, and the next play we went to him and he dropped the ball. Yeah, and so he doesn't have that. He doesn't have necessarily that killer instinct or that I am the best player on this field. I'm going to make every catch, every play mentality. I don't think he has that yet.
That's what I was talking about.
Hopefully
That's
he can.
Exactly what I mean. Yes.
Yeah, maybe he can develop that, but I don't think he has it yet. Maybe we'll see though. But I do think Deebo has that. Like
No
John
doubt.
Lynch said in that interview, he said, "Daddy Deebo told him, hey, every time you catch the ball, you're going to score." And I do think Deebo actually
does
plays
that.
in that fashion. I think he plays like that. So, that's why I picked Deebo to be the number one guy this year. But to be honest, it all comes down to who stays healthy, man.
And Deebo has that kind of potential. Harold, you could be right on the mark. Even if it's not this year, you can look forward to him taking over in the future at some point. You're right. He's got that kind of number one kind of guy in him that gets most of the possession catches. When he catches the ball, pretty soon the defender's out there just raggedy. And you know what happens? Because I've been through this. I hate to admit it. You get tired of trying to bring them kind of dudes down. Because if they're playing corner, you're often isolated, and you're the only guy left to make the play until the troops get there on every play. So if this dude has got you sore already from the first few minutes of the game, after a while you start to lighten up on him and start to compensate by making tackles in the wrong fashion just to see if you can avoid the pain. I mean, I can see Deebo being that kind of a damaging figure out there. So, yeah.
Well, he is, man.
He's got it in him.
He is, man.
With them 80
but and also, I'm not going to count out Bourne because he's the only one that's been he's been healthy the last couple of years.
Ain't he special with that?
He's been
hurt.
there all the time. And let's not forget that he is always open. We could call him 7-Eleven. We could call him a sunroof in California. We could call him Yo Mama's Legs. Oh, I shouldn't say that. But he's always open.
No, your mama jokes, especially them kind.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just messing. But to be honest, man, Kendrick Bourne is always open, man.
Always. And people think, well, it's because they're always focused on everybody else, and there's no need to. Yes, there is. And also, Harold, Kendrick Bourne is probably one of the best route runners on. He gets in and out of his routes faster than probably 80% of that team. Other than Dante or somebody like that, he did very well in the cone drills. Kendrick does not give you straightaway speed, but don't try to stay with him on the first 10 yards. He'll embarrass you. Ooh, Harold, I just want one quick thing.
Man.
Do you remember when he first came? And I didn't know it, but Akello Witherspoon I don't know what they were doing, but they filmed it, right? And Kendrick smoked him, broke both of Akello's ankles. I thought, well, maybe the turf is slippery or something like that. I didn't know who was Kendrick Bourne. And Kendrick posted it up so everybody could see it. Somebody finally made Kendrick take it down. But Kendrick Bourne is scary to cover short yardage. Kyle knows. So let's see what he does with him this year. So
Oh yeah, man. He can't be embarrassing his teammates. They made him take that down.
Yeah, I know. You remember it, right?
We know you're good, Kendrick. You can't do that. No, but I'm a little biased because I'm from Vancouver, man. He's from Portland, so I love the dude. But he is open a lot, man. I can't take that away from him. He does get open. He understands. He doesn't have he's not super strong or he's not super big or he's not super fast.
He got stronger though. He put on some size.
He knows how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows how to play the game. That's what I'm trying to get at. He knows his position at wide receiver. And he knows how to get open, and I really like him inside the red zone. To be honest, with you, man. I see him as that red zone target. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm telling you, getting in and out of route is very important. Because if Jimmy G turns up, count 3, 2, 1, and fires into where Kendrick's supposed to be, I got a feeling he's going to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
But overall, man, I really don't see one guy tearing the roof off, having 100 catches, or just going off for the season, having a crazy season. We are a team. We are a team, and whoever's open is going to get the ball, or whoever has the best matchup,
he's going to get the ball.
Play.
That's right.
They're going to get the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So
we have so many options.
Yeah,
it could be so many people. We're this is a receiver discussion, but we can't forget about Kittle, man. There's always Kittle. You know what I'm saying? He was our outright best player last year, but we got so many options this year. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. And that's the best thing about our team. It's too difficult to guard everybody.
There's gonna be weaponry sitting on the bench during plays that you can just bring in. I look at all the lineups you put on that field. Oh, my God. It's just great. And Kyle's going to develop him for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm telling you, Harold, people still call Ronbo, man. You need to chill out, man. Ain't won a thing yet. You already got him with 2 or 3 rings. I'm just trying to tell you what to anticipate. I ain't going to stop.
No. Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they have built a team on both sides of the ball, man, and I like it. We have serious depth. Yeah, and we have serious depth on both sides. So, if we do have some injuries, which we probably will, it's a football game or season, we're going to have some injuries somewhere. We should be able to overcome it because we are deep in a lot of
depth. Right.
Yeah.
Harold, we're going to pull up. I tell you what, I'll be right back tomorrow, huh? Be looking for you.
Yes, sir, man. I'm going to be here, man.
There he is. From Vancouver, always. From VC, it's Harold. Harold.
Oh, yeah, man.
What is your, I'll recognize as soon as I see it. What is your name?
Do what you do, 88, man.
Do what you do, 88. That's Harold.
My name yeah, that's me, man.
All right,
so y'all in the chat, y'all can hate on me, whatever y'all do, but that's me, man.
I know
I'm going to be here for a while.
People be battling in the chat, don't they? Yeah, but get in there. It's all part of the fun.
I love the chat, man. I love the chat, man. I go back and watch the videos later and see the chat rooms, and the chat be live, man. Oh, and shout out to Trez. I went out and watched one of the videos. I think it was Monday's video or something about the J-Dub trial, which I am part of the J-Dub bunch, but I'm not going to talk about it because he's in a hospital right now in an IV. But Trez, he had me rolling after the trial when he said, "I'm gonna go. I'm going to do it like I did in the old school, and I'm out." And then he played the
he did give me a chance,
music.
I know.
I can't remember that.
I'll wait for his return.
That was the funniest thing I've heard. That was the funniest thing I've heard in the Ronbo show so far, man.
You got Trez does that to me all the time.
He had me rolling.
I know. We got to go, fam. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Yeah. We quickly move to since day one. Since day one?
Yo.
Day one. Fam.
Hey, what's up, family?
Come on in, man. We're sitting over here tripping over the wide receiver room. And even though it's got a lot of youngsters in it, it's got the perfect mix of youngsters versus newbies. I'm telling you, man, I mean, this is like, whoa. This is like better than one could anticipate.
I love it. You know why? Because there's nobody's solidified, and everybody knows that they have a chance to play. Exactly. Everybody knows that they got a chance. It's not like, you go to some youngsters come in, they're like, oh boy, right here is the big dog.
Yeah.
Take it back. There is no big dog, and I'm not really worried about that because
someone's gonna step up, and it's just room, and competition. I think that's gonna be the most competition right there in the wide receivers because you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I caught up on the franchise, state of the franchise. I liked it. I was feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, the things they got planned. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was laughing when they were talking about Deebo. They're like, he's gonna be catching the ball. He's gonna be like, that's my ball, punk. That's gonna be. I guarantee someone's gonna come out with that. Someone's gonna make a shirt.
You gotta have some T-shirts. You know,
the celebration. My ball, punk.
Yeah, we gotta get Deebo to pose in that plaid flannel shirt, buttoned all the way up to the neck, and that face looking right into the camera. That's my ball, punk.
The football. My ball, punk.
Oh man! It was Daddy gave him that name. He had that in mind anyway. You know.
Yeah. He said it. He was a big fan of Fridays.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie. I bet you I've watched that movie over 100 times. If I went over to somebody else's house and they was watching it, I'm putting it back on again. Every line of that movie just has me crying.
They got it on Blu-ray and HD. It looks different. It seems different.
Yeah, because they teched it up. You know, that dude selling ice cream and about his money with the rollers in his head.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. I don't know if you ever. I don't know. Since you've seen it a lot, I don't know if you ever caught the point. I've seen this on a post. In the beginning of the movie, they got Ezell running down the street. You remember that?
Well, wait. What scene are you talking about?
In the beginning, right in the beginning, when they're showing his street, when they're going up and down the street, like the cameras, just showing the street, and then it shows Ezell just running. He's booking it. If you look at it though, you'll see it. You'll know right away. But Ezell is running with the cardboard boxes that Ice Cube got fired for.
Oh, and remember,
he sold boxes. He got fired for stealing boxes. In the beginning, it shows Ezell running up and down the street with boxes, cardboard boxes. This is a little, you know how they got hidden messages in all these movies. I've seen that in one of those weird facts. It was a weird fact thing. No, but besides that, I think man, I'm excited. I'm excited about our defense too. Our defense, and man, I think Fred Warner is not getting enough credit. Not getting enough praise for what he did. He started this man. He's. I mean, I don't know. Am I tripping, Ronbo?
No.
He's not.
Fred
he's
Warner
a little undersized.
As a rookie, Fred Warner did crazy things. I mean, he was in the top 5 tackles on the season as a rookie, and his comprehension of the game, his ability to stand back there to mic and orchestrate the defense. Fred is way ahead, and sometimes the DC actually, which one of them says sometimes he asks questions that I even have to think about. I think it wasn't Salah. I think it was Joe Woods. It was one of them. Linebacker coach.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I felt like it was too much of a load the first couple games. I'm like, damn, this guy's a kid. He's trying to figure this. Now he looked like he had a chicken with his head cut off, and he stood in there and he fought and he grasped it, and this dude held it down. And now it's like, come on, now you threw me in the fire. I already handled everything. And to me, he seems he's going to get bigger. But as a rookie, rookies come in, they're not fully formed, as a grown man that they're going to be.
He's not light, dude, though. He's pretty big. That guy's pretty tall. And also, his football IQ is just way off the chain. I mean, way off.
He knows how to tackle. He knows how to use his body. He knows how to fall. He knows how to, like, that kind of stuff is not. That's IQ, and he started all 16 games. Man, that's a lot to ask for a rookie linebacker to go in there and bang every play and start 16 games and put up 120 tackles.
Especially physical as that position is. Yeah, you're right.
We don't really reckon. They don't really acknowledge it because it's the Empire. Like we're golden when it comes to linebackers. And it's a standard. So we put up 120. That's like. Cool.
When was it? I thought it was more than that.
Like a lot of teams out there would kill for a linebacker like that.
And look who joined him. Look who joined him. You got another heat-seeking missile out there. See that?
Another rocket.
Yeah, I like that. And people say, oh, man, that dude missed more tackles here. People have to realize the difference between this defense and the one that was in Tampa Bay. Don't look. Quan is not going to be doing like he was doing there. Quan was getting responsibility for tackles that he was in on, that the others were failing on. And I was watching those clips because somebody else wrote that up. I said, I see that. And then they gave that missed tackle to Quan, and he was in there saving another dude. So you know what? That ain't going to be the case this year because Fred is quick to the ball as well. So we're going to see what happens.
Yeah. And you know how the game is changed. You know, it's revolutionized. It's going more of a air. You know, it's been like that for the past about 10 years, and it's just, and with that comes change in the defense too. It's all about matchups.
Mm-hmm.
All about matchups, and it's not no more. We don't. A thumper is not necessarily mandatory. You know, like we don't need a thumper in today's game. We need for sure tacklers, and we need sideline to sideline linebackers that can run and run sideline to sideline and speed, and both of them together out there in the open field. And man, I'm excited, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait. And it's already here, Ronbo. It's already here. You know, we're waiting for the draft 3 months out. That shit came already. The season's about to be in. It's opening. August is going to be in about a month and a half, 2 months. It's around the corner.
Yeah.
There.
Those weeks go by fast. Sure will. Well, since day
appreciate
one,
what you do, Ronbo.
Hey, thanks, fam. I'll be back tomorrow. Looking for you.
Yep, I'm a handler. I see you on a roll right now. You're putting in that overtime. That's right.
I always do. And never feel it. But I'm talking 49ers football. I could be here all night. Would never get tired of it.
Yeah. Hey, when I'm with my brother, that's all we do is talk sports nonstop. It ain't no like it's just that's grown man shit. It's a guy thing. And yeah, I've been getting a notification. I'm like, damn, again. Let me stop what I'm doing. Appreciate what you do, Ronbo. You stay safe out there.
Thanks. All right. Have a good
All right,
night.
Empire, you guys stay up. Stay out of trouble. All right, Empire, tomorrow.
Hey, since day one. Have a good night, fam. And, wait. Daniel, SF 49ers fan 5249 says, if Pettis and Deebo become our number 1 and 2, respectively, then Goodwin is too much money for a specialty role and becomes expendable. No way. Listen, what people got to realize, it's not about a specialty role. Kyle Shanahan's system has certain parts. You're not going to run your system or run your car without an ignition system. You're not going to try to drive your car without the brakes or water pump. Kyle's putting together a machine. You have a speedster like Goodwin. There's not that many in the league. You don't look at him as expendable. You just look at him as how he implements everything else. So he's not, when it's called him a specialty player, because it slows down the offense when you don't have a speedster. He had Taylor Gabriel in Atlanta. He's got Goodwin in San Francisco. Until Goodwin slows down, and granted, Kyle could look for another speedster sometime soon, maybe even as early as next year. But that speed element, make no mistake, that is essential as anybody else in that lineup. And Goodwin knows it too. That's why he's not even concerned. Hey, Debbie Ryan said, hey, the season can't get here quick enough for me. Driving by Levi's got me feeling all homesick. Debbie! It'll be here soon. Rico, 49er Styles, thank you so much for my birthday shout out. I was driving out here, and it feels good to be a Niners fan all day, every day. Shout out to all the Niner Empire. Love y'all. Have a good night. Rico! And George Cruz, I can see the Niners in some games coming out with their starting receivers set. And then in second half, after opposing, let me get that rise on that. After opposing defenses makes adjustments, come out with a different set of receivers and running back. You know, George, man, that's an excellent observation because the minute the DC thinks he has things figured out, you're right, Kyle switched the book on him. He made that mistake against the Broncos, actually, and George Kittle did not get the single game mark because Kyle came out thinking he was going to switch things up a little bit so the Broncos would stay off balance. Should have let George he only needed a handful of yards, Kyle! Oh! But anyway, for the season, he's the man, so it's okay. And Daniel Andre says, Dante Pettis and Matthews will be our leading receivers this year. Whoa! Now that is saying something. You mean leading wide receivers? Yeah, just receivers. Yeah, I guess that's when you say that you don't mean tight ends, because I still wonder what George Kittle's going to do in his second year. He's working on his route running this year. Let's see what he looks like. And Ron Jeremy says, nah, Matthews, LM. I say Goodwin and Pettis. Well, you know what? They'll work it out. We'll see what happens. That's going to be crazy. We're going to have fun with it, though, before the games get started, too. Kitty! Hey! Here's Kitty's lineup. Pettis, Goodwin, Deebo, Hurd, Matthews, Bourne, Taylor. My receiver picks, James practice squad. And P.S., I'm a Texas boy's real dad. Love you, son. Kitty, I didn't see that bottom line coming. Are you owning Texas boy? Make him go to bed and don't give him no supper. Hey, James, get on Indian James. You, James from NJ. Out in the Garden State, the Tri-City area, where the Giants and Jets dominate, and the Eagles wish they could do the same. What am I talking about? It's the Jets and Giants that wish they could do what the Eagles do. What am I talking about? Jerry, come on in here, man. Oh, by the way,
what's up, Niner Empire? Hey. I'm Jerry Fresh, and this is TNT.
Jerry, let me say one thing before you get started. Fam, click while you're in the chat. Click Jerry Fresh's name. It'll take you right over to his site. Jerry's been talking 49er football, man. I want you to know. Get on over to check him out. He's got a little content up there. He's going to get some more. Because I already told him, Jerry, get that content. Keep rolling, man. Jerry Fresh. Jerry, representing TNT. Go ahead.
Hey, Ronbo. Thank you, man. Thanks for the shout out, man. Thanks for all the love and whatnot. Love your platform, man. You're always humble with it, but we all love you, man. You do good stuff.
Thanks.
Right on, man.
But Jerry, you were saying, as you rep TNT and the 49ers wide receiver room and Dante Pettis, will he please get mean? I keep picturing Dante just waking up one day, getting up there. Man, I gotta stop clowning around. Man, these guys can't do nothing. I'm Dante Pettis. Let's go. I want him to get a little attitude. I don't think it's in his genes or DNA, but hopefully he does that this year.
He has to, man. I mean, he has the talent. He could do it. I mean, I think he put on a little bit of weight, but at the same time, when somebody asks you, I heard Dre say it, when somebody's asking you a question like that, you should be stepping up right away. Like, I'm in there. That's my job. Like, I'm the receiver. I'm the number one guy. I got the stuff that it takes. But it's not just Dante Pettis, Ronbo. You notice we got a lot of players on the team that got this type of mentality. I mean, Solomon Thomas is not the.
I agree.
Go ahead.
No, I agree because I think the 49ers, I think they pick guys out like this on purpose, but for reasons I'm not sure. Because you're right. Look at DeForest Buckner, one of the sweetest guys on the planet. You put him in the middle of the field and he will kill everybody in his way. See, that's the kind of guys they like. Guys who get it done, but are good people, good citizens, and there's no chance of all of a sudden getting weird. Maybe this is what they do on purpose. Solomon Thomas.
I mean, that's good. I mean, Solomon Thomas, it's a bunch of nice guys, which when you hit on somebody like DeForest Buckner, it all works out. You know what I mean? But how many DeForest Buckners are there in the league? You know what I mean? Right? You got these guys that are you want to take conflict out of your locker room, but we always say where I work and the guys that work under me, I always say conflict is not always necessarily a bad thing. It produces growth. And so these guys, Lynch, he wants everybody to be politically correct and nobody fighting and nobody arguing and stuff like that. But it's accountability, and you got to have accountability in order to produce on the field. So, with Dante Pettis, man, somebody needs to put some fire on his ass, and he needs to freaking get out there. Hey, it's not. I would tell him, Ronbo, you don't got a choice. You gonna step up and play the game, or you gonna get passed up. And Deebo Samuel looks like somebody that might bully somebody else out of a position.
And will that intimidate or antagonize Dante to the point where Oh, well, I ain't having this. You want that dude, I ain't having this kind of dude, you know? And is Dante anywhere near that kind of thing? Because he seems to lack that kind of personality.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Ronbo, I don't remember exactly. I mean, you probably would have a better memory on when Rice was coming up and whatnot. And we all know the story. We know how he caught bricks and how he got so good. But Rice
still can't believe that. The bricks had to miss every now and then. How bad did that hurt, man?
Right, exactly. But the thing is that Jerry Rice was never really, he's not really the loudest guy in the room. He's not really the most, he's not prime time. He's not doing any of that. So there was something that on the football field clicked, and maybe I can never compare any receiver to Jerry Rice, but it worked with Jerry Rice. So maybe Dante Pettis does have a second gear or something that he moves into. Even with look at Luke Kuechly. I mean, they say when you meet Luke Kuechly on the streets, you would never know he was a linebacker. This man, he's quiet. He's like a professional. But when he steps on that field, Luke Kuechly is one of the craziest linebackers in the league. So maybe Dante Pettis can turn it on when he's on the field. But right now, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, and the thing is, we need to see it on display. We don't see it yet, but because last year I noticed when he first came into the league and he was working with us during training sessions, things like that. I remember Gohard didn't believe me at first. I said, Gohard, you know what? He bailed on that play. I think he worries about contact. Gohard said, no way. Later on, you know what? I did see it that time. Dante, there are fears. I don't know how you're going to continue as a football player with fears, but he seems to have made it work. At Washington, I don't know what he was like. I do know that he was extremely productive. And for that to be the case, there must be somewhere within that mind of quiet, there must be some violence in there, knowing that I can't be stopped if I don't want to be stopped. If he has just that much, that's all I need.
Oh, yeah. No, he most definitely has the skill set. I mean, his footwork and the way he can contort and get in and out of routes, if he puts some confidence to what he naturally has, he can produce. I mean, that's why they picked him where he was last year, what round they picked him in, and he's not a bust, but he lacks confidence. And so, I believe he can be that player, but at the same time, he's going to have to be the guy that mans up and goes out there and eats his Wheaties and, does the work.
Don't put no regular milk on there, Dante, and don't put no skim milk. Pour rich, thick cream on it, Jerry, it's a solid observation, but I'm not sure if it's confidence as much as it is a small amount of fear factor. There is a little bit of fear in him. And it's understandable, too, for a wide receiver to be not running routes. I don't think Kyle likes to run him across the middle, but I notice he is running routes through the middle kind of a lot, and Kyle might have done that on purpose just to get him to break out of that habit.
I agree with you, Ronbo. But here's the thing that I'm looking at now in the NFL. Like, aside from Burfict doing illegal hits, I mean, nobody can hit you. You know what I mean? It's like the fear of going across the middle
should be not there.
It's starting to evaporate.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I mean, who's going to not lose their whole game check if they even nudge you across, or if they screen you across the middle? So. Dante Pettis, you know what I mean? He just has to man up, and if he has a fear, look at the league now. You're not going to hit anybody too hard because you're going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm. What's that ridiculous call? That's a hit on a, what is it called? What kind of receiver? Unprotected.
Oh.
Anyway, even a minimal hit on a helpless, that's an unnecessary shot on a helpless receiver. Helpless? He's got the ball. You got to tackle him. Because the thing is, some of those were questionable calls. He didn't hurt the guy. He took him down.
No.
And if you get up flexing and carrying on, I guess referee throw a flag on that. If you just take him down, get up and go, and it didn't break nothing, didn't hurt nothing, why you got to throw the flag, ref? Anyway.
Ronbo, and I'll leave my two cents, and I'll let you go, Ramo. But with the league and the way that it's been going, it's is getting soft as it is. But at the same time, it's still entertaining. As long as, fine. If they don't want to do big hits, but they want to produce offense, then cool. We got the best coach for that. So, I'm excited. It's just not, Mr. Pettis, hey, bro, let me just tell you something. You're not going to get hit across the middle. Nobody's going to touch you. That the game's played differently now. They even changed Madden. Now, I get on Madden here in a new video, but Madden, they don't even let you hit Madden no more. It's like the NFL and paid off EA Sports so that, you don't even get to hit Madden. So, Dante, don't be afraid, bro. Go across the middle, catch those balls, and I think Dante could be our number one receiver if he mans up.
He has that talent, no doubt about it. But like you say, he's got to put himself in that mindset as I'm a number one. And so, and I know Kyle's beating it into him. Dante, whenever you get ready to assume our top receiver, it's there for you to take, but you got to go get it. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Agree, Ronbo. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me talk on the show. And please, when you get a chance, Ronbo, if you can ban Texas boy, he's just in here. He wants attention, and I don't know exactly if we can give it to him, but what kind of Cowboys fan is in a 49ers chat anyway?
By the way, and on that, Jerry, I want to say, block guys. What it is rules in place until he breaks one. We're not going to get him. But listen, put the block on him. And like Jerry says, that's going to bother him more than any of his little silly comments. So that's what we're going to do in the meantime. He only gets to have one, really. And we're not monitoring him closely enough. But if he does get way out of line, and by the way, Texas, man, there's no assaults on women whatsoever. Good. And there will be no personal attacks. And racism, as you know.
Ramo, it's boy. It's not Texas man. It's boy.
Texas boy.
Adolescent, child, fetus, but not a man.
Yeah, he's got to watch his P's and Q's, or we will bounce him. But yeah. In the meantime, guys, work him, have fun with him. When he gets out of pocket, we will say goodbye to him, though. But I notice he gets attention, like you said, Jerry. Every time, Texas boy's name is flying through there, getting shot at all the time.
It's a love-hate relationship, Ramo.
I know. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow if you get some time.
All right, Ramo.
Night.
Yes, sir. All right, night. Bye.
Yeah. Remember, guys, click on the Jerry Fresh's link. You take you right to his page. Hey, is James ready yet? Yeah. Right. Okay, wait. Kenny! Kenny already got his wide receivers over here. He's got them over here. I got them already. All right. Pettis, Deebo, Goodwin, Bourne, Matthews. Yeah. Christopher Gray says Hurd could be a third tight end for depth chart problems. Who was that? Was that Big Show that says forget about Hurd being a tight end? I think it was. Show laid out some very significant things you have to listen to. We're going to have to put some meat on Hurd for the first couple of years. He could become one, though, anytime within the next 2 years. So, has anybody decided Garrett Selleck is not going to make this team yet? As I said, I saw Caden Smith. George Kittle, of course, is not going anywhere. All of a sudden, Levine Tololo has been added to a lot of lists, and people are getting rid of Garrett Selleck. I got to remind you, Garrett Selleck is the most seasoned, intelligent guy on that squad next to maybe George. Here's the thing. Do you know that when Jimmy G first came, it was Garrett Selleck that held his hand through the plays in the first couple of games? Jimmy even acknowledged that. I got a feeling Kyle likes Selleck a lot, and the only way he's going to get cut is through, it's going to be really tough for him to do that. So Selleck's going to be there as that veteran presence. George Kittle, Caden Smith. I got a feeling they're only going to carry 3. I think Tololo's just in for a tryout, see what he does. We'll see. I would put my money on him, though. Richie Wright says Dante Pettis is going to be fine. He talks on the field, which I like. Play the game, not the media. I hope that's true. Because, see, we don't see Dante on the field. We don't know what's going on. I do know that he was the stud muffin at Washington. And for you to play like he played at Washington, you can't be a wimp. I would say a wimp mind. He's got to be a little bit, maybe he's just polite when he's on camera. For all we know, Dante's out there talking major crap the whole time. Oh, I'd love to see it. Boy, Dante run down, make the catch. Man, you know what? You need to guard somebody else that you can learn from, because you ain't going to learn nothing here but how to get your butt beat. Oh, if I heard Dante talking like that, I'd be, word? Boy, I had you wrong, man. All right, let's do this again, man. But this time, put your best move on me, okay? I'm going to learn with you, okay? I'd love it. Hey, Rich Wright, I think Jalen Hurd will be more of a presence next season. He could surprise, but to many hands and not enough footballs. Plus, he's already behind. Yeah. They can't, but you know what? He's our third-round pick. So Hurd automatically makes the team this year. This is why you got 3 guys that aren't going anywhere. Automatically. I actually got 4. I don't think Goodwin's going anywhere either. But Taylor either. That's 5. Wow, this is gonna be scary to watch. Ray Jr. said, "What's up, Ray Jr.?" Russo. Can't wait to see Pettis, Samuel, Hurd, Kittle, and Coleman on the field at the same time. Oh, we've got wide. We got guys who can catch all over the field. Jimmy G's gonna have fun at target practice each and every day. Skywalker.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Skywalker, man, getting all giddy about this wide receiver group. And Dante Pettis looks like he may be the heir apparent, according to his stats from last year. But will he take the wheel and drive that machine known as a wide receiver bus? Shit. What are you thinking?
Oh, for sure, man. I love the talent. I love the upside. I mean, he could be skipping out there all day long. As long as he catches the ball, it's fine with me. So...
Man.
But I mean, he's a competitor, right? I mean, everyone's talking about his toughness, but I guarantee you, once he gets on that field, he's there to play, and he's not going to have a choice. He's going to have to be tough, because the NFL is going to kick his ass if it doesn't. So he'll learn that, and he'll make the adjustment, and he'll be physical, and he'll make sure he catches the ball over the middle and holds on to it and do all those good things. I have no doubt.
I mean, he's been around
it's definitely
professional players all his life. I mean, look at his dad, you know. He's one of the best baseball players in the MLB. So, you know, it's got to have some of the genes got to be there.
And he probably got away with finesse, you know, pretty much his whole career. Didn't have to be physical. And now he's going to have to be physical. So he'll step up. I have no doubt.
All right. I feel good about that.
I'm looking forward to that year two jump in Shanahan's offense. So it's definitely going to be an interesting competition, and I think it comes down to Bourne and Matthews is where the cut comes. But I don't think they're going to keep
James.
7. I think they keep.
Is Richie James going to hang?
No, I think Richie's out, and I think Trent Taylor takes over punt returns, special teams. So he just looks too good. Back looks healthy. It's just scar tissue. So
he was a leading guy in that category last year too. There was 2 yards ahead of everybody else. I didn't even know Trent was doing that well last year. And Skywalker, that was with a bad back.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The first guy never gets him
that first year. So, but I think it goes Pettis. I'm going to take Deebo, obviously Hurd, Marquise, Trent, and then like I said, it comes down to Matthews or Bourne, but that's a coin flip. I mean, you hear Jimmy talk about, I just threw a bad pass and Jordan made it look good by just taking it with his wide.
When he did a number on Richard Sherman too, that's what made me laugh so hard. That was Sherman.
Yeah. But I say best overall wide receiver is definitely Pettis. I mean, he's going to have probably the second most receptions with the most yardage and probably the most TDs out of the group. Probably
he did last year.
Is my guess.
And a small sample too.
I think Trent Taylor is going to be the most receptions for the team, and then I think Marquise Goodwin's going to have the most yards per catch on the team. If I had to break it down, that's kind of the feeling I get.
Yeah.
I think more Matthews is going to kind of sprinkled in. Hurd's going to be sprinkled in.
Especially this year for Hurd.
Yeah, but it should be fun, man. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
And Skywalker, you know, the thing is, we mentioned the wide receivers. We're not even thinking about the contributions. Juice make those complicated catches downfield, contested. You got Tevin Coleman. This is what he does. You got Jerick McKinnon, this is what he does. Jerick McKinnon and Tevin Coleman run routes as good as any wide receiver we got, probably. Especially Jerick. I've seen some routes here, man.
I don't know why.
Whoa.
I don't know why why is everybody forgetting about Jerick McKinnon? This guy he was such a yeah, you keep mentioning him. I appreciate it. Like I said, you're the truth, man.
Man, I tell you.
You always bring the truth to the front. They mold that playbook around him for a reason, and Shanahan's not going to just throw all that work away, man. We're going to see some amazing things. Everyone thinks Coleman's going to be RB1. It's going to be McKinnon RB1, and they're probably going to bring him back slowly to begin the season, but I guarantee you by the end of the season, he's going to be the lead back.
And Matty B, since you mentioned it, though, I still say if I'm doing an instruction film on how to run the zone stretch, I'm using Matty. My God, I love to watch him do that. I mean, he read. He's moving at high speed while he's read. Boom, put that foot down. Boom! The camera's still chasing him down the field. Look at that. Oh, Matty, go! God, I get such a rush when he does that. So, Kyle's going to use him to set up his play action, though. You figure, why put Coleman and McKinnon in a situation where you don't have to as far as running between the tackles? Let Matty B handle that, and because he'll get it done. And now you put him in the backfield with either Coleman or McKinnon, and some of those times. And now what's the defense going to do? They're going to say, oh, what are they going to do? Oh, God, there it goes. And Kerry McKinnon's got a one-on-one situation with a linebacker. There's no chance for him to cover McKinnon. And McKinnon's got about 40 yards for you.
The versatility on both sides of the ball is going to be just that's the word we're going to hear over and over and over again this year is versatility with this team. And just think about it. Shanahan could literally put the same player personnel in the same formation every single play, and the defense still has no clue where the ball is going to go.
Yep.
Because of his scheme is just that intense. And the versatility of every player on that offensive side of the ball. It's going to be ridiculous, man.
God, it is. It's
going to be so much fun to watch.
You stay up all night if you're at DC before you play the 49ers, and you don't go to bed. You just go right on the field, and because you've been trying to figure out.
You're going to see a lot of red.
You're at DC. You're going
to be a bunch of bloodshot eyes on those defensive coordinators on the Zoom in.
And Skywalker, no matter what he does,
under their eyes.
Kyle's still going to abuse him. Because it comes down to, Skywalker, it comes down to your defender. Can he cope with what's going to come in? Because Kyle says, I will bite that area on your body all day until it starts to bleed. You make an adjustment, I'll go somewhere else. There's no such thing as a defense that has no weak links. I will get you. God, I love this. Kyle Shanahan's evil. I love it.
There's a perfect thing I want to tie everything together here is talking about Pettis' aggressiveness and talking about Kyle play calling. Mm-hmm. Dwight Clark said one thing about Bill Walsh, and he was describing to their plays in the playroom, and he's saying, when you catch the ball, I want you to be aggressive. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about, right? Mm. And he's like, because you're going to be so wide open, your initial instinct is going to be looking around to be like, where's the hit? Mm. And he said, don't think that way. I want you to catch the ball, and I want you to be aggressive after you catch the ball and run. Mm. Because of his scheme and the way he creates openings, and these players, that's what they need to do. And that's the same thing that Kyle does, is he creates separation, and he has the players that even create more separation. Oh. And it's just gonna be amazing. And there's gonna be so much free space out there, just running wild with Dante's legs going all over the place, being Gumby-like, scoring touchdowns. Oh, touchdowns! That's all I want to hear is touchdown 49ers.
And I don't want to necessarily get in the red zone.
Field goal bullshit.
Yeah, and I don't want to get in the red zone all that often. I want those TDs to be ran in like George Kittle fashion, 80 yards. George gets that ball and runs like he's about 5'10", and runs a 4.3. Can you see Kittle going downfield? It's insane to see a guy that big moving like that. Oh! And coming into the end zone.
I love hearing him talk. I love hearing him talk about how how Kyle's like, yeah, man, just do this and you'll be open and it should be 85-yard touchdown. No problem. I don't know if he was joking or if that was serious.
He got it right.
I never know what to take Kittle.
God, 85 yards
never
exactly.
Never know what to take Kittle serious.
I know Kittle. He seems like he's exaggerating, but that's what Shanahan's capabilities are. This is why I get a kick out of give him what he needs, and I guarantee you he will ruin. And Belichick knows. Belichick's one of the maestros of defense. Kyle kicked his ass in Super Bowl, and the only reason why they lost is because their defense gave up too much in the end. Everybody says it was Kyle's fault because he didn't. Well, actually, had they kicked that field goal, yeah, they'd have won the game. But Kyle says, I've been beating up this defense all day. Matty eyes start freezing up and seeing ghosts, and that is why they got back in the game. Gosh, that was so sad.
I love this platform because we have the most educated callers and fans, period, and you give the voice to the faithful. And somebody brought up a really, really interesting point in that he is no longer the second fiddle to whoever's making the calls, right? He is bringing in his own player personnel to fit what his team is. So we haven't even begun to see what this man can do, right? He's only been playing with what other people thought were the fit.
Yeah.
Now he's bringing in his people.
Exactly.
And I can't wait to see this just blow the F up. And the whole league's going to be taken by storm.
Oh, I tell you, Skywalker, and nobody's slow. Except for, you know what's so very funny? Because when I looked at Caden Smith, I said, you know what? Caden, we already have Garrett Selleck, but Kyle likes him because he's brilliant. But I got to see Caden Smith. I can't wait to see preseason. I want to see what Caden does. I want to see him with Nick, though. Because CJ's not going to give us a good look at some of these guys. Although they said CJ's getting a little better because he's he's learning to avoid pressure. You know what I mean? I want Nick because I want to see what Caden has. I'm worried that CJ can't help a wide receiver with that. But they're saying that CJ is developing developing pocket awareness. That's his weakness. Nick has a thing with his accuracy downfield, but CJ's got to realize the pocket pressure closing up, calculate how much time you got, make a move, CJ. Don't stand there. We know you're tough, but do something. Throw it away, get out of the pocket, scale the field, get rid of the ball. You know what? Scarborough, these are things that you and I and a lot of people would just know to do. But CJ, for some reason, something locks up in his head. But he's got the nicest deep shot in the league. Seriously, CJ can throw a beautiful long ball. Man. But
I love Kyle bringing this little element in. Yeah, it's an open competition. I mean, come on, man.
He's still saying
Mullen's job all day long. And you just look at OTAs, how they take you watch them do their reps. I mean, CJ is just kind of like lollygagging along, making throws.
He's country.
The other two are like precision, just focusing on technique. I mean, it just cracks me up. But,
I look forward to him in preseason. I want to see if he's made any advancements since last year, though. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, before I go, I just wanted to ask, do we have anybody left in the J-Dub bunch?
Of course we do. But listen, that room is still filled with the same people. Nobody's abandoned ship yet. We're going to get
all right.
Yeah, we're still together. We're, you got to get quiet when your hero's laying up, especially when people were nailing us about that in the first place. Day one, there he goes. Jim. No, Tom, no. And I knew they'd be waiting on my butt, boy, and all of us. Man,
I want to applaud you, man. You're taking the shots well, so I want to applaud you. I'm with you on the J-Dub bunch. I got a really good deal on a Ward jersey and Malcolm Smith jersey on Craigslist. I got them for $5 total. So I'm rolling with the J-Dub bunch.
Wait, it's Dub and who else?
And Malcolm Smith. They were asking for 25, but I talked them down to 5.
$5. Oh, that's cold. I mean, I'm happy for you, Skywalker, but that's got to be the bottom of the bidding. You didn't get one jersey for $5, you got two. I can understand Malcolm Smith should have been 15 cents, but Jimmy should have at least got $2. God, that's cold.
I got a starter. I got a starter uni for $5.
There you go. Hey, comb the net, eBay everybody else and see who's selling whatever. I got a war jersey coming to me next year if J-Dub does what I think he's going to do. So I'm just, is it Big Show? Because Big Show
Take
owes
your
me
time and go on Craigslist, man.
You know, hey, Big Show. Big Show owes me a Kendrick Bourne jersey, and I believe he was taking shots at Dub. There's 2 or 3 people. I said, man, if he does well, I got to have a jersey, and they, without any fear, and they said okay. So we're gonna find out. Skywalker, we gotta
Big
go.
Show and Trey are just.
No, and Trez.
Hey,
boy, they be working me, boy.
Trey and Big Show are just pure entertainment. I love those two. Keep them coming on every day. That's pure entertainment. I love them. Shout out to them for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Hey, thanks, Ronbo. I appreciate everything you do again, man. Just keep it up. You are the voice, man. You are the truth. Quiet that noise. Jed,
thanks,
don't
man.
fuck it up, damn it.
Appreciate you getting
Don't mess it up, Jed. And
they won't. I have faith in those
Empire.
guys. They know what they're doing.
Yes. Yes. All right, Empire out. See you.
Hey, Night Skywalker. I got to keep track of who owes me 49er wearing, man. Cause show, man, that boy don't be paying up. But he did make a promise. Somebody has to do a certain amount of things. I go back and look at that. Big Show, man, outline our agreement again. AJ.
What up, man?
AJ, you know what I'm saying, man. And just looking back here, making crazy, bold predictions and wondering if Dante can get tough and act like he's a little bit of a badass instead of being such a polite dude. Maybe that's the way his mama raised him, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets it done when he's out there, but he's just so nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he had a little.
You watch that?
You don't have to be as bad as OBJ and Antonio, but he could just pick up the edge a little bit.
Yeah. You watched some of the practice? Some of the practice they was doing?
No, I just seen film footage that reporters put out there because otherwise, there's nothing else to see. When they do start getting them out there, I think they're going to show a little bit more than they're showing now, though. I guess they're not allowed to show any more than they do.
What do you think about that guy dang on?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What do you think about the quarterback from Philadelphia getting more than Russell Wilson, man? He ain't really played that much.
Whoa. Wait. Carson's getting more? I thought he was only getting 28.
Well, he's getting 128, but the guarantee is 107, I believe.
The guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Well, it just says Russ is playing for the wrong organization. Because look at Kirk Cousins. He went to Mini, and they just said, Kirk, here, take the checkbook. All right, you go ahead and fill out what you want. And Kirk,
right?
Okay, this is what you want? And Kirk, I'm going to guarantee every last dime. What? Kirk had to be shocked. It depends on who you work at, because Seattle does not like to pay people. They've already proven that. They've got people who've been leaving Seattle in droves. Some of the best players at their position there is, and Seattle said, get out. Go ahead. We ain't got no money. But Russ, for some reason, is treated better than anybody over there. That's why everybody else is leaving. So.
Yeah, man. But I didn't really feel like, he deserved it. But as far as our team, man, I hope we do something good. I see Golden State Warriors might get shafted out there. They might get Toronto's fever. The whole goddamn part of the country, I should say, has become basketball fans all of a sudden overnight. I think it's more of a what they call a bait switch, where they wanted to make sure that they can get those people on board. And as soon as they was getting them on board, everybody gonna feel a wrath that they might beat them just for that reason, just to get that merchandise money, get that fan base. I mean, there's never enough money in this world for them greedy elites, so they got to make sure they get what they want, man.
But AJ,
Golden State's a good team.
You know what though? It's like basketball and football. Everybody wants basketball and football. Everybody wants to see Tom Brady and the boys go down. Everybody wants to see, for the most part, the Warriors go down, because the Warriors have got a serious dynasty going on, right? So if you get a team that has never won a championship before in the same contest with a team that's been just cleaning up every year, and they would have this year had Durant been on the floor, but that ain't, this the name of the game is who's here to play, and this is what's going to happen. See? So even the 49ers, remember we was kicking butt, man, people hated the 49ers and couldn't wait to see them get their butt beat. And that's just the way it goes. Whoever's on top is going to be the target. Underdog gets real popular. Yeah.
Well, I tell you who on top. Vegas is on top because they got that people, all those odds that they thought Golden State was going to smack them. So that's who on top, man. And on that, man, I'm going to let you go. I got to get ready and get in this movie theater, man. I didn't mean to hold you up.
AJ, you be watching the movies, man, because we watched the movie with you one time. You left the thing on, and we were sitting there listening to the movie while you were sitting there while I was yelling and screaming, AJ! 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 And you wasn't here. You was listening to the movie, man.
Yeah.
What are you going to see?
I'll probably go see that Olivia Ma. Something about Ma. Something Ma. That lady Olivia. She's in it. The black lady. It's like a scary movie thriller, psychological thriller.
I thought I saw a preview of that because the X-Men is getting a lot of noise right now, but this one I got to check out what you're saying. All right, tell us about it.
Get Home Safe. It's called Get Home Safe Ma. Get Home Safe Ma.
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah. I got to check this out. I'll see the previews. If it's a scary movie, because I'm waiting for a good thriller to scare me to death. AJ, I get the movie, man. It's supposed to be a scary movie. I'm sitting there thinking, man, I ain't got to put my hands in front of my eyes. I ain't scared. I want the movies to do that to me.
I mean, this is a thriller.
I love that.
This is a thriller, so.
Oh, not scary,
but
kind of thriller.
I don't know about no scary. I don't get scary no more. I don't get scared no more, man. Only thing I'm scared of is these. No, that's another story. All right, man. I gotta keep going.
All right, AJ, enjoy that movie. Talk to you later.
All right, later.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you the last scary movie I seen, man, and this goes way back. Freddy Krueger, a little bit of Chucky. Both of them freaked me out. Yeah, especially Freddy, man. What's the concept? I'm trying to sleep. If you fall asleep, Freddy's gonna get you. Oh man, that's just ain't nothing you can do. Starscream, Venom 2323. What's up, y'all? Niners! Rich Wright, I think KB will be a top 4 wide receiver on the 49ers. Pettis, Deebo, Goodwin, and KB. Rich, I like the way you think, man. I mean, you talk about you recognize talent, man. I'm telling you right now, man, KB is going to hurt somebody this year. I just know it. Each year he gets a little better. He's going to stop laughing this year so much, too. Wouldn't you love to see it? You know how he is. KB makes a great catch. First thing you see when you get up is some teeth, right? Dude is just loving it, right? KB will get up with an attitude one time. Looking at the defender. That's taunting. Number 84, 49. That'd be KB taunting. Instead of standing on the sideline and I love that dude, man. I ain't lying. Kendrick! Woo! And Russo says, can't wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Starscream. Oh, we already got, where am I? Oh, Debbie Ryan. She's a quick prayer, ma'am. I pray in this season our players won't miss their day for greatness due to injuries. Oh, so true. Let them be prepared, and may their readiness exude self-confidence in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh, well, that's a prayer we got to say before every game and during the game, too. I do worry. Ah, man. What was it? I love the fight going. Trey's got into it as well. Trey's always calm too. Nothing makes him mad. I'm amazed. Oh, the movie's called Ma, M.A. Right, and Get Horror is the tagline. Fam, hey, listen, fam, I'm gonna have to get out tonight a little earlier. But tomorrow night we can hang out as long as we want to. But fam, don't forget to hit that like. You know I love these likes. I can't wait See you tomorrow.